What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Leafs Chatter. Leafs win 4-3 against the Colorado Avalanche in overtime, breaking Colorado's 17 game winning streak at home. I can't believe that's a legitimate stat. I honestly can't believe it. They're a great team. They're number one in the league for a reason. That first period had me scared shitless. I was like, we're probably going to lose pretty damn bad if this keeps up, but we weathered the storm and we ended up continuing to play better in the second and third period, in my opinion. And overtime was crazy. It was anyone's game. That's usually what happens, especially with teams like that, where they have a Nate McKinnon and a Makar. You never know what's going to happen, but I'm glad we were on the better end of it. So that was a huge win by the boys. And honestly, I can't say anything really too bad about them. I thought there were some players that I thought had games. I thought Johnny had an all right game, but I feel like he needed to do a little bit better, in my opinion. I thought Nyes played all right. I think he had a little bit of a quiet game too. Like guys like Bobby McMahon stepped up. Obviously Matthews had a big goal and Willie had the big overtime goal there, but I don't know. Even Cowan had a pretty decent game, but he was making some turnovers. I wasn't too happy with Johnny's play or Nyes's. I'm not saying that they were awful, but I feel like they could have contributed more. Same with Domi. But looking at the stats here, faceoffs are pretty even. Like, we're beating them there. I think we took a lot of stupid penalties, in my opinion. They're good on their penalties, on their power play. I thought they were going to score every single power play they got. I thought they were going to go 3 for 3. It's insane that they're 25th in the league for their power play with how good it looked. But they're 1 for 3. We're 0 for 2 on the power play, which kind of sucked. I felt that at times we couldn't get settled. But I mean, it is what it is. It's just the power play. We had a good stretch, and it's not going to be sunshine and rainbows all the time. So, but overall, I thought it was a pretty decent game. Looking at it here, yeah, we had Cowan get that first goal. It was kind of a fluky goal. He shot it to the front of the net, and I believe it went off Burns. I might be wrong, but it hit somebody and it went in. Second goal was Makar. It was a great feed by Natchez. It was such a beautiful goal. And Brock Nelson got another to make it 2-1. Pass from Makar and McKinnon. Again, pretty decent goal. And then we had Bobby McMahon in the second get us a huge goal off a breakaway using his speed. Tucked that one in. And then Austin Matthews with a huge goal. Sniped it. You'd love to see it. And then it was followed by Natchez. Natchez, I fucking hate the guy, but he's good. He got another goal at the end there. So that brought us into overtime. I was happy to get the point, but overtime against these guys is scary. So it started getting crazy in overtime when it was a scramble in front of the net. I don't even know what the hell happened. I thought the first time I thought it went in when I think it was Natchez hit the bar. It was crazy. But then there was a turnover. There's a turnover in our zone. We got the puck. OEL was leading the charge. Nylander ended up catching up. He fed him a nice pass, and Willie just fucking wired it home. It was a great goal. Can't say enough good things about Willie tonight. He played really good. And yeah, no, I thought it was overall a pretty solid game. Looking at the stats here, Willie ended off with a +2, goal and an assist, 4 shots. Even Matthews, goal and an assist, he was a +1. Cowan was a +2 with a goal. McMahon was a +1 with a goal. He was shooting like crazy. He led the team in shots with 6. OEL had 2 apples. Riley was a +2 tonight, which is actually really good, I will say. I think Carlos playing a lot better. Just looking at how Carlos been going, he's doing really well. And like I said, like McCabe had an off night, I think. Tonight, I think McCabe had an off night. I'm not saying anything bad about Lawton, to be honest, or Lawrence. I thought they played okay. I mean, like Lawton was bringing that physical edge all night. I thought Domi had an off game. It was kind of like I don't know if he wasn't trying, or I don't know. That's just how Domi is. He has a good game, and then he'll have an off game. It's just the way he is. But overall, though, it was all right in terms of effort. I thought it was pretty good. The game in overtime started getting crazy. Like, it was obviously a crazy game with the amount of goals that we scored, but holy shit, that overtime was insane. That was a crazy overtime. It was nuts. You didn't know what was going to happen. And, you know, it's always a breakaway or 2-on-1. It's always something like that, or you give the puck up and then it's a counterattack. It's nuts. I wish we never had shootouts. I wish it was literally just overtime the whole time. Just continuous. But they probably never do that. I'm getting off topic here. Overall, the stats I think were pretty solid by everybody other than a couple. Your bottom three tonight, I'm putting Johnny there because I feel like Johnny should have been doing a lot more in my opinion. And then I'm going Domi and McCabe. Those are my bottom three tonight. Everyone else, I think it's a pass. They all played pretty well. I thought everyone, you know, brought a good amount of energy. Oh, I forgot Nyes. I think Nyes should be in there as well. If he's like on the, I felt like he wasn't even really being physical, but he was hustling a little bit. He just wasn't generating a lot of chances. But there are some things that they could have done better. But yeah, overall, great game. It was a good win. It was an important win for us. We needed that. That was a big 2 points. So I'm glad we got those, and we have a big game tonight. So hopefully we can get a win on the back-to-back. But we're starting this road trip off with a good. It's a good start to the road trip. There's nothing really much else I can say. You know, you win against Colorado, who's the best team in the league. That gives you some confidence. So we'll see how it goes tonight. I'll see if I can get the video up. It's going to be tough. If not, I'll do it tomorrow morning. But that's it for this one, though, guys. Take care.